Hi, it's Sylvester, and I have been talking a lot about Fight Club, and that is because, well, first of all, it is the best movie to have ever been made, but secondly, because my mom bought me a DVD copy of it, and I have watched it literally 5 times in the past 3 days. I watched it once normally, and then I watched it 4 more times because the DVD came with 4 commentary tracks, and so I listened to all of the commentary tracks. I learned so much about the movie that I didn't know already. I saw things in the movie that I never saw before. I have a much deeper appreciation for the movie than I ever have. You'd think after watching it so many times I'd grow sick of it, but instead I like it more. Like I said, I talk a lot about Fight Club, but in the past, I have said that I thought that Fight Club is pretty gay. And even in the commentary, they admit that there are some gay themes in Fight Club, or at least that it can be read that way. The people who made the movie are not blind to the homosexual undertones that a lot of people find in Fight Club. And even though that's not necessarily what they were going for, that's not really what they were intending when they made the movie. They weren't intending for the narrator and Tyler Durden to be lovers, or for the narrator to have a crush on Tyler, but they do understand that that is a way that the movie can be interpreted, and they seem okay with it. They seem very not homophobic, which again makes me appreciate them and the movie so much more. But a lot of people on the internet tend to get mad when I say that Fight Club has gay themes. And I mean, that there are a lot of very toxic people who like Fight Club. I do have to admit that it does bother me a lot that a lot of people do not understand that Fight Club is supposed to be a dark comedy first and foremost, and that it is supposed to be a satire, and that it is supposed to be making fun of toxic male culture. And a lot of people genuinely just think that Tyler Durden is a hero when in fact he is absolutely a villain. He is the best villain to have ever been written, and he is not supposed to be somebody that you worship. He is not supposed to be a role model, but a lot of people really do buy into what Tyler is selling. And I get that. He's very manipulative, he's very charismatic, he's very attractive. There's a lot of reasons to want to be and want to follow Tyler Durden. But it does bother me that a lot of people do not understand the entire point of Fight Club and take it way too seriously. And anyways, there are a lot of toxic people out there who love Fight Club, and a lot of those people are very homophobic. So it doesn't really surprise me that a lot of people click on a video about Fight Club, hear somebody say that it's gay, and get angry about that. It can be kind of harmful that I see so much gayness in Fight Club. Like, I think about things like Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson, or Dan and Phil. I think about this culture that we have. Usually it's young girls and young gay boys who have this mentality of when they see two dudes who have chemistry, two dudes who have a close friendship, they immediately jump to that's gay. And it's coming from a good place. These people, like the people who shipped Harry and Louis, were not trying to be homophobic. They were not trying to ruin Harry and Louis's friendship. They were not trying to do anything bad. They just wanted to see gay representation. But it did, or it very well could have ruined Harry and Louis's friendship, because every time they did something that close friends would do, everybody would say, gay, gay, super gay. And so it came to a point where I'm sure they were scared to show affection for one another for fear that people would start calling it gay. And it does kind of ruin male friendships. A lot of men are very scared to have close friendships with other men for fear that it is going to come off as gay. You know, a lot of that does come from internalized homophobia. A lot of men are very scared of being called gay because being gay is not considered to be masculine. It is considered to be, widely by society, being gay is considered to be something that is shameful, or something that you should be embarrassed of. We have to admit that that's the kind of society that we live in, where boys are taught that one of the worst things that they can turn out to be is gay or feminine. I do feel like a lot of the people who get mad at me for calling Fight Club gay are people who just really do have internalized homophobia and are scared that if they like this film that has potentially some gay themes, it's going to make them gay by extension. And that's not okay. Or like they can't, their favorite movie, the thing that they really enjoy, can't be gay because that would be a negative reflection on them as a person. And so I do think that it is a little toxic for people to be so mad at me for calling Fight Club gay. And by the way, I haven't actually gotten that much hate from people. A long time ago on this channel, I made a video called Fight Club is Gay or something like that, and I got a lot of hate on it. Back in the day when I made that video, I found out firsthand that there are a lot of people out there who get very mad when you call Fight Club gay. And again, I do realize that it can be harmful. Men are scared to have close friendships. Men are scared to be affectionate with one another, and that's a big part of the reason why Fight Club exists in the movie, is because you have all these men who are very isolated and lonely, and they want to have a community, and they want to have friendship, and they want to have relationships with other men. But the only way they can do that is if they hurt each other, because otherwise it would be gay. They can't hug each other unless it's after a fight. They can't be kind to each other because that might be gay, you know, unless it's after they beat the shit out of each other, and then they could be nice to each other. It's like, again, a big part of the movie is pointing at this epidemic in male society of male loneliness, because men are told they're not allowed to be affectionate with one another, or else it might be considered gay. And being gay is bad. I feel like people like me sitting around calling Fight Club gay makes the problem worse. Because again, it means that anytime a man is affectionate with another man or shows any kind of interest in any other man, then somebody like me is going to be around the corner just waiting to shout, gay. And I want you to know that when I call Fight Club gay, I'm doing it because I see myself in the narrator, and I am somebody who is attracted to Tyler Durden. I relate to the narrator, and I see myself as the narrator, and so it's natural for me to want to see myself represented by the narrator. And as a man who is attracted to other men and who is attracted to Tyler Durden, I see attraction that the narrator has towards Tyler Durden. I see the how much the narrator likes Tyler, and I interpret that as being gay, because that's what I want to see. I'm seeing what I want to see. But I also understand that that's not how Fight Club is meant to be read. That's not how it was intended. In fact, Tyler is supposed to be a kind of father figure for the men in Fight Club. He is a role model, somebody that they idolize and look up to. And there is even parallels between the narrator's own father and Tyler Durden, because the narrator tells Tyler at one point that his father leaves him, he abandons his family, and then goes somewhere else and starts a new family. And then every few years, he'll leave again and start a new family. And Tyler has a line where he says, "The fucker is setting up franchises." And then later in the movie, Tyler Durden straight up leaves the narrator. He just abandons him. And what is he doing? He's literally setting up franchises. He's not starting families, but he's starting fight clubs all around the country, which Fight Club is like a sort of family for these men. So he's doing exactly what the narrator's father did. He's abandoning him to start franchises, and to start other families, which is, again, to show that Tyler Durden is not supposed to be a lover to the narrator. He's supposed to be a father figure. And I do understand that. Even though I read the movie as gay, I do understand how the movie was intended to come across. Like, I am aware that when they made the movie, Tyler was not supposed to be a love interest of the narrator's. But because I'm looking for it, I see homosexuality in Fight Club because I want to see myself in Fight Club. Now, I'm not technically gay. I am queer. Technically, I'm asexual because I don't enjoy sex, but I'm also pansexual because I do experience attraction to people. I just don't want to have sex with people, but I'm attracted to people of all genders, including men. So I'm technically not gay, but like I said, I am attracted to Tyler, and as a man who is attracted to another man, you can call that gay, I suppose. And so I see this homosexuality in the movie that might not really be there because I want to see it and I want to feel represented. Now, let me just explain to you some of the things in this movie that I find to be a little bit gay. First of all, the movie starts off with Tyler and his gun in the narrator's mouth. Tyler has his gun in the narrator's mouth. If that sounds sexual, it's because it does. It sounds like a metaphor. Tyler has his gun in the narrator's mouth. I'm just saying, it seems a little gay. I'm just saying it seems a little bit gay. Next thing that seems a little bit gay is when Tyler is splicing pornographic images into children's movies, which is, if you haven't seen the movie, something that he does, which again is a reason why Tyler is a villain, because putting sex scenes in children's movies is obviously a very, very fucked up thing to do. But like I said, Fight Club is a very dark comedy. So he puts a penis. He chooses to put a penis in the children's movie. Not a vagina, but a penis. A nice, big penis. And I know that there are women out there who have penises. I know there are people of all genders who have penises. But gay men tend to enjoy penises. Gay men tend to be interested in penises. It's not entirely true. There's a lot of gay men who like vaginas, but just speaking very broadly, gay men tend to like penises. Am I wrong? All I'm saying is the fact that he chooses a penis and not a vagina seems a little gay. The next thing that seems kind of gay is the fact that one of the rules of Fight Club is that you're not allowed to wear a shirt. There's no reason for that. Wearing a shirt is not going to make you a worse fighter. It's not going to hinder the fight in any way, shape, or form. So it seems to me like the only reason why Tyler needs the men to take their shirts off is because it is some kind of sexual thing. He enjoys seeing half-naked men getting all sweaty and, touching up on each other, and it seems a little gay. Does it not? I think it seems a little bit gay. The next thing is the scene where Tyler is in the bathtub and the narrator is in the bathroom with him. That seems like something that a lot of close dude friends, that's a line that a lot of close dude friends wouldn't cross, because it does seem a little bit gay to be naked in the same room as your best friend and having a bath while your best friend is right there. Seems a little bit gay. I'm sorry, but it seems a little bit gay. Then there's the famous quote, "We are a generation of men raised by women. I'm wondering if another woman is really the thing we need." I understand that this quote is very powerful for a lot of men because a lot of men are raised by women. A lot of men don't have father figures, which again points to the fact that Tyler Durden is this father figure that all of these men desperately want and need because their own fathers weren't there for them. And it points to the fact that men need strong male role models. They need to have male representation in their life, and they look for it wherever they can. If they can't look to their father, then they'll look to Tyler. And Tyler also says in a speech at one point in the movie that your fathers are your role models for God, and if your father leaves you, what does that say about God? And then he talks about how we are all God's unwanted children. And so in a way, Tyler is like a God figure to these people. He's someone that they look up to and idolize very much so. So I understand that this line isn't supposed to be gay. But let me just read it one more time. "We are a generation of men raised by women. I'm wondering if another woman is really the thing we need." I mean, I'm sorry, but gay. The next thing that seems a little bit gay is that the narrator doesn't seem to be sexually interested in Marla Singer. Marla is having sex with Tyler, and the narrator in my version of Fight Club has a big fat crush on Tyler and wants to be able to be with Tyler, but he can't because he's scared of being gay, so he can't be with Tyler the way he wants to be with Tyler, but Marla gets to have sex with Tyler, and so he's jealous not only because she's taking attention away from him, but also because she gets to have sex with him and he doesn't. And so he's incredibly jealous of Marla, and Marla even tries to have sex with the narrator twice. At one point, she asks him to check her breast for breast cancer, and then afterwards she flirts with him and essentially offers to have sex with him, and he declines. Another time, she comes into the kitchen and grabs his crotch and again essentially tries to have sex with him, and he straight up rejects her. So Marla is throwing herself at him, and he is completely not interested. He is just jealous of her. He hates her because he wants to be her in a lot of ways. Which, by the way, let's talk about the fact, this is like a tangent, but when Marla goes up and grabs the narrator's crotch, the first time you watch the movie, you're thinking, wow, that's incredibly inappropriate. This girl is having sex with his best friend, and now she's grabbing his crotch. That's just inappropriate behavior. But when you see the twist at the end of the movie and find out that the narrator and Tyler Durden are the same person, it makes a whole lot more sense when you watch the movie the second time around, because Marla is grabbing the crotch of a guy that she is actively boning. And so it's a lot more acceptable. Just wanted to point that out, because Fight Club really is the kind of movie where the second time you watch it, you get so much more out of it because you know the twist at the end, and it really changes the way you see the movie, and it changes the way you see Marla. And anyways, tangent over, back to how gay the movie is. The last thing that's kind of gay, and this is a little bit of a stretch, I'll admit that, is the kiss on the hand. Tyler he burns people's hands with lye because it's part of an initiation into Tyler's little inner circle. And what he'll do is he'll lick his lips, kiss your hand, and then pour lye on it, because the moisture activates the lye. If he just poured the powdered lye on your hand, it wouldn't burn you, but because he kissed it and he licked his lips and he has his saliva on your hand, it burns you. And of course it burns in the shape of a kiss. And it's, I'm not saying that men can't kiss each other's hands, but it seems a little bit, say it with me now, gay. All that being said, I am trying to be as respectful as possible, and I do understand that it can be harmful for me to go around shouting gay at things that might otherwise just be considered to be two men being friends and being affectionate with one another in a totally platonic way. And I don't want to diminish the importance of male friendships, and it is important for men to be able to be affectionate with one another without being called gay or being accused of being in a romantic relationship with each other, and I do understand that, but from where I'm standing, Fight Club is just a little bit gay. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.